believe desire and will to win is everything. I don't know why I'm like I am, but my butt's always burning. There's always something say, Art, dadgummit, you're supposed to go for it. Art, dadgummit, you're supposed to be somebody. You're supposed to make a difference with your life. What does the $500,000 a year person do? The $50,000 a year person doesn't do. You look at the outside and study those two individuals, everything seems to be the same. They both are the same sex, they both are the same age, they have the same training, the same positions, the same contract, the same fringe benefits. They both are successful, they work hard, they're good family people, make tough commitments. But what's the difference? What does the $500,000 a year person do? The $50,000 a year person doesn't do. He pays the price and a little bit more. He works hard and a little bit more. He's loyal to the country and a little bit more. He bleeds and a little bit more. He makes money and a little bit more. He saves money and a little bit more. If you want to win in these United States, you got to be tough and you can't quit. The last thing I'll talk to you about today in building this winning edge is, folks, if you want to win in business, you got to be a leader. Leadership is everything. You show me anything in these United States that win, I'll show you a leader at work. You show me a successful church, Boy Scout troop, club, football team, business, I'll show you something run by a leader. See, I thought at one time in my life you had to be smart to win. I used to have these smart people that dress so pretty and talk so pretty and use these big words. They just intimidated me. And I said, Art, you can't ever be that good. Why don't you just throw in the towel and go on back and coach football for a living? And I found two things out about smart people. I think it's almost impossible for a smart person to win in business in America today. Because I find smart people spend their whole lifetime figuring things out. They're always trying to figure out an easier way and a quicker way. And another thing I found out about smart people is they just don't get around to doing nothing. And see, somebody like Art Williams, everybody said, well, he can't do it. And somebody like that can't do it. But he does it. See, folks, I want you to know almost everybody in America almost does enough to win. They almost get there. They almost are over the hump. They almost have it going. They almost in everything they do. Almost is a way of life to almost everybody in America. But the winners do it. What do? They do whatever it takes to get the job done. They do it and do it and do it and do it and do it until the job gets done. And then they talk about how great it is to be somebody they're proud of. We need leaders in America who can do it. If you want to become somebody, do it. If you want to go in business for yourself, do it. If you want to become financially independent, do it. I hear too much talk in these United States. Everybody can talk a good game. We need people in America who can do it. I go all over this country with A.L. Williams, and I have people say, Art, you can count on me. Wonderful. Just do it. Art, I guarantee you this is my last stop. I'm going to win now. Super duper. Just do it. Art, if I could just have one good month and get the ball going, I know I could make it big. Super. Just do it. Art, if I could just pay off this debt, I could really go. Great. Just do it. Art, if I could just sell my house. Do it. But houses ain't selling. Do it anyway. Art, I'm not making any money. What can I do? You just do it. Do what, Art? You do it and do it and do it. Art, I guarantee I'm going to win this contest. Super duper. Just do it. Art, I'm over the hump now. Watch my smoke. Great. Just do it. Art, I want to make it so bad I can taste it. What I do? You just do it. Art, I'm a vice president now. Can I quit doing it? No. Art, I don't know if I can keep on keeping on. I'm really hurting. What I do? You just do it. Do what, Art? You do it and do it and do it. Art, all my life I wanted to be somebody important. Well, what do it then? Art, I'm going to save money so I don't have to go through this again. Great. Just do it. Art, I don't feel like I've had enough training. What I do? You just do it. Art, my manager don't give me no help. What I do? You just do it. Art, you don't understand. I was Mr. Everything at my former company. You don't mean I have to start off down here at the bottom and do it, do you? Yep, you really got to do it. Art, what's the primary difference between winners and losers? The winners do it. They do it and do it and do it and do it until the job gets done. And then they talk about how great it is to finally have achieved something unique. and how glad they are that they didn't quit like everybody else, and how wonderful it is to finally be somebody they're proud of and make a difference with their life. Thank you.
Ready for Revolution. Greetings, everyone. How y'all doing out there?
Good.
Don't everybody speak at once.
Greetings, everyone. Greeting, Brother Eric. Greeting, everyone's.
Greetings, greetings. Do us a favor, folks, and let us know who you are and where you're chiming in from, please.
Hey, Clark from Savannah, Georgia, doing
Hey,
great.
Savannah, Georgia.
Daphne Damarillo, California. Raining, raining,
Hey,
raining.
California. Who else we got?
Diane from Pembroke, Illinois.
Hey, Diane from Pembroke, Illinois.
How you doing?
I'm rich,
Doreen
but that's
from
old news.
California.
Hey, Doreen from California. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Who else we got?
Patty from
Brother Tony in
Oklahoma.
Chicago.
Brother Tony in Chicago. We have Sister Patty in Oklahoma. Who else we got, folks? As I see the list of attendees building up here.
Mr. Eric from Chicago.
Yes, the one and only Mr. Al Arends, president of Bancus, in the house. Great day to you, sir.
Maria, Brooklyn, New York.
Maria, Brooklyn, New York. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, folks, we're going to go ahead and get started. We don't intend to be long, but we do intend to be strong. In case we have not had the opportunity to meet, I'm your brother and friend, Mr. Eric Trey Muhammad. And as some of you all know, y'all have heard me chime it all through last year. I'm rich. Well, no need to spouse old news. Just know for sure that we'll be richer. We'll be more prosperous. We'll be more enthused over what we have to share. And before we begin the conversation, I would like to have none other come forward and welcome you and share a few words than the president of Bankers, my upline leader, Mr. Al Arends. Mr. Al, are you available, sir?
Yes, sir, Mr. Eric, and thank you so much. And I just wanted to greet everybody, wish everybody a happy new year. And, it's just an exciting time. Your leadership is amazing doing these presentations and trainings and supporting the team and the big team. And I just wanted to chime in for a minute and let everybody know that we have a launch call coming up, a second part two, January 26th. I invite everybody here to join that event because it's really the second part. Our first launch was to introduce you to the corporate team, the executive team, Bancus, but this one is for you. This is for the field. So you are going to learn about all the new programs coming out. Some are already designed, developed, that will be released. Some are in the process. But I encourage everybody to make that date January 26th. It's a Monday. It'll be 2 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Eastern. Registration will be available, limited seating. But again, these are going to be tools for you in the field that are going to help you in this journey, such as, just to give you an example, we are going to have the official private brand program available that you'll learn about how you can refer a community, a church, a company to Bancus and get paid. We're also going to come out with our leadership achievement advancement program to give you more benefits, more bonuses, more awards, if you will. And there's going to be, of course, the release of our digital card very soon, coming out hopefully in the next week or so. Just a lot of Bancus Academy will be released. You'll learn about the Bank Cares program. You'll learn about our new community portal coming out that's going to give you a digital space to have your channels, to have your videos, to have information. So a lot happening, and I just want to again thank Mr. Eric here for his leadership and what he's providing for the team and the big team. This team now is over 800 members. He's the top recruiting member in the company. with over 150 personals. So if I were you, I would just follow his lead, and it's going to be an amazing 2026. So thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Al. We appreciate you much. Y'all do me a favor, unmute your mics and thank Al Arends for being here with us and sharing the opportunity of giving us a brief, a preview rather, a glimpse of what's coming in Bancus. Thank you,
Thank you,
Brother
thank you,
Al.
Mr. L. Thank you so much.
Thank you
Mr.
very
Al,
much.
Thank you, Brother Eric. Thank you.
Thank you.
All
I'm
I'm talking
excited.
to.
Thank you, Mr. Al.
Thank
my
you.
pleasure. Thank you.
All right, folks, there's one thing that I would like to share, and that is the fact that as of January 1st, New Year's Day, an extension to the promotion has been added. We're talking about a special holiday offer. That means that you purchase a metal or plastic card between now and the second phase of the launch of January 26th, you will receive free in your back office the free digital card that Mr. Aaron just mentioned. And the add-on here, the value that's been added is tremendous. And we had a really great run, but we knew we didn't reach everybody with 60,000 folks in the dynamic. Everybody didn't get reached in that small window of promotion from the 15th to the end of the month. And bankers found favor on the entire community to not only extend it, but add the ability through the plastic card as well. So get your cards in this period, and you'll have basically two for the price of one, because not only will you have your metal or plastic card, but you will also have the digital card that will work over Google Play, that will work in your Apple Store, and it released in phases. First, you'll have the Google Play availability in this month, and then in February, you have the Apple, the iPhone accessibility with your digital card in February. Very exciting times, folks. Don't want you to miss out on any of it. I truly mean not on any of it. And of course, Friday and Saturdays are not the only presentations like what you find here on the Believers platform where you currently are. I want you to pay attention to the corporate calls. All right. I want you to pay attention to what is released out of the Bankers Referral Network team, Team Eagles, and you'll find that every Tuesday and Thursday, we're 2 times a day. With 2 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Eastern on Tuesday, with 2 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Eastern on Thursday, and this is in the United States time zone. So you don't have to ask me later on, well, what time is 2 o'clock Eastern in the Cayman Islands or in Jamaica or in Abu Dhabi or in the Arab Emirates? All you have to do is Google it. Google everything else. Just Google the time zone so you'll know that you're on time, and more important, bring others with you. Very important. So that call is handled by Mr. Al Arends as well as Mr. Fred Moore, the technical liaison for Bankers. And you're going to get another announcement in the upcoming week, because we'll be back to our weekly scheduled training program, which will be Wednesday, the 7th of January. More information to come on that. All right. Now, let's look at this operation known as Bankers, but not just Bankers, but more specifically, we're talking about the decentralized Visa cryptocurrency debit card, which we make all of you avail to. Now, to understand these terms like decentralization, let's just handle them as they are. Decentralized simply means private, folks. Nobody has access to your business unless you just want to tell them. Okay. And how it happens is through a very easy, structured onboarding process where we only require 2 pieces of information. And that's the email address that you wish to work out of and the username you wish to work out of. There are no KYCs required here. KYC is abbreviation, is an acronym rather, stands for Know Your Client or Know Your Customer. We don't want your blood type. We don't want your firstborn. We don't want your finger or footprints. We don't want to draw any blood from you. We don't need your birth date. None of that matters in this decentralized space. Okay. What we do is provide you, those who invite you to the opportunity, If you want to get with them, they have what's known as a referral link for you. That referral link, folks, is actually the application to install your app itself. So you can't go to your stores, your Google Plays and iPhone stores and Google Bancus and get the application. It does not work that way. In this decentralized space, we provide you the application, and that's through our referral link. When you receive the referral link and you utilize your iPhone or your Android to access it, it's going to take you through a few prompts to allow you to then install the app on your phone device, because that's the only space we work with it. All right. Now, in that decentralized space, it means that not only is it private, but really private. You have two things working on your behalf. I want you to unmute your mic and say ownership and control. Let me hear you.
Ownership and control.
Okay. I don't want to hear just Daphne. I want to make sure we're all on the same page. Ownership and control is the order of the day, folks. And when you have those two things working for you,
Control.
thank you, Ms. Dawkins. And when you have those things working for you, then you have a level of autonomy that you don't get from the banks, that you don't get from traditional centralized platforms. Oh, there goes that other term. Centralized means public. Decentralized is private. Centralized is public. Everybody knowing your business. Everybody knows that your underwear is dirty.
Yeah.
We're talking about a space where you're open ledger, and in this open ledger, your control is not only there. I'm sorry, in the decentralized space, you have an open ledger that's transparent but private. You cannot alter its presence or its activity. Is built into the blockchain, smart contract blockchain technology. Often we hear Mr. Arends talk about how he would never want to be a part of any project without a smart contract, because it can only perform as dictated. You have predetermined measures, if you will, and when they are reached, it deploys the smart contract on the blockchain to do exactly what it's intended to do, as well as uh, perform exactly as you predict. Now, the real power, one of the real powers about this space here at Bancus, we offer you the physical card, we offer you a digital card, and these cards, anywhere on the earth powered by Visa, you have access. Okay. The other power associated here is the fact that you have full control. No one has control of your assets but you. There's nobody in between you and the assets but you. And no one knows the business again unless you are one that make them aware. Now, what does Bankers offer in addition? First of all, know what this card is. This card is a global payment system. It's a prepaid debit card, if you will, but its functionality has two things working for it that many of you who have been in a debit card space does not. Number one, this system allows you to convert your crypto and spend it like cash. Secondly, this opportunity affords you the ability to earn an income on your app. You're going to hear more about that. You're going to hear some testimony in a bit. You might even hear my own story. Okay. Here's a real power. Just raise your hands, either electronically or otherwise, if you've heard of Western Union or experienced Western Union before. Or if I were to ask you to go through, we call it Wally World here, but Walmart has a system where you can send money as from person to person, wire transfer. You have the Telegram groups. You know, some of you are familiar with Telegram. These entities are in place to perform what's known as remittals or remittance. That means that, I'll give you my example. Living in Africa, I have, in Guinea, West Africa in particular, I have family members who needed money from time to time. And I would have to utilize Western Union to send them the money. If I wanted them or they needed $50, it would cost me $35 to send it. That's a sin before God and man, folks. I'm just here to tell you, you know, you're getting robbed to send much needed funds. Wouldn't it be wonderful if you can send what you need to get over to your loved one or family member without the constraint of not having enough to send it? Let me share something with you about the other power of bankers. See, when you register people to join you, family members, loved ones, colleagues. You might want to register your business or organization. You might want to not represent, but you might want to register your business with an operation expense. Okay, you can have a card that handles just the expense of the operation. You can register any card to your app as long as you have the email address, as long as you have the username set up. You are a Bankers card member or Bankers app holder. Do you know that because you're a member, we can send between each other funds as well as receive funds member to member between the Bankers users instantly and for free? And for free? Did I say free? I'm sorry, I meant to say free. No cost. Goodbye, Western Union. Goodbye, Telegram. Goodbye, these other business dependent business opportunities that charge you fees. We have a user, one of our leaders, originally from the Philippines, based in Vegas. He's in London right now, traveling with many of his team members, and they're using the Bankers card everywhere. Everywhere. But look at this now. They use the card and they deposit the crypto to their card, and then they take the crypto, they deposit it to their card and to their app rather, and then load it to the card so they can spend as cash or go to an ATM and withdraw. What cards do you have that do that? And what cards do you have that do it with such low fees? You see, this particular group I'm talking about, they had they still possess a couple of debit cards that allows them to convert Bitcoin, but not without a cost. And that cost for them is generally 21% of what it is they want to uh, spend. So imagine getting charged $2.10 on every, well, it's more than that, $21 on every $100 you want to convert or spend. Here in Bankers, you're going to find the power of no transaction fees and uh, no hidden fees. Bankers has a vision, folks. Bankers is a decentralized digital institution built on over a decade of experience, but get this, in blockchain technology and solutions focused on decentralization. Why is that important? Because when you're talking about uh, 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 the decade of experience of blockchain technology and solutions, then you're talking about more than an opportunity. See, when you have an opportunity or that has the potential of affecting millions of people, that's one thing. When you have something that can impact and affect in a positive way tens of millions of people, then you have a solution because now you're providing much needed remedy for the quagmire that much of the society finds itself in. If it's a money issue, then you find that it's not really a money issue, but more of a cash flow issue. When you find that you don't have enough to stretch the income, whether it's a monthly check or a weekly check or a biweekly check, you need something more that gives breath, elasticity, if you will, stretches your holdings from paycheck to paycheck. Most of us end a pay period with more days left in the month than we have money. But let me show you the bankers and their purpose. It's to transform the way the world interacts with money, combines the power of crypto assets with the ease and security of modern banking entities. And its mission and vision in itself is to provide an accessible, secure, and decentralized financial solution to millions of people worldwide. Continuing with the mission, it speaks to the fact that it's designed to making it easy to use, manage, and monetize cryptocurrencies in everyday life. The vision of Bancus is to become the leading global digital financial entity, integrating technology, simplicity, and innovation into a single platform, driving the mass adoption of crypto assets as a means of payment in the future. Now, I know that many of you think that banks are your friends because they've always been a part of your life. There are some that give a little more leeway than others, but I want to alert you to something that is unavoidable in this current economy. One term is bail in, and the other term is bail out. Both are only there to assist banks in collapse or attending collapse, and all the expense, the brunt of the suffering falls on you and I, the members of those institutions, the stakeholders or investors into those institutions, or taxpayers when government steps in to intervene. Government don't have their own money to work with. They work with the money of the people. Let's look at bail-in. A bail-in is when a failing bank uses its own money and the money of people investing in it to stay afloat. They absorb the losses by taking the stockholders, well, you might as well call it stockholders, shareholders' uh, earnings, the bondholders, sometimes large depositors. Usually those deposits are above the insured limits. With the FDIC, there's another acronym there. It stands for something else in a lot of circles, but I won't get vulgar here. The FDIC, uh, you think that your money's insured. Mr. Arends was president over three banks, owner rather, of three banks in the course of 20 years. And he can tell you first and foremost that the insurance is really not for you and I. The insurance is for the bank to remain solvent. In a bail-in, no government money is used. If a bank is failing, it has the power and the authority to convert investors' funds into shares or reduce their value to cover losses. Who's paying? It's you and I, as the investors, sometimes large depositors, not taxpayers. We're the ones paying and bearing the brunt of a bail-in. Wait a minute. What about bailout? Does bailout mean you're being saved? Folks, no. A bailout is when outside money is used to save a failing company or bank so it doesn't collapse. Usually the money comes from the government. Well, that's a soft translation into saying us. Government, no, this is the only time you're going to find that we're truly we the people, we're the taxpayers, right? It comes from us. The goal is to prevent bigger damage to the economy, they say, during a during financial crisis, rather. And here's a good example. When the 2008 financial crisis hit and people didn't know which way to turn, banks were being bailed out by government initiatives to stop the banking system from totally collapsing. This wasn't just in North America, where I'm broadcasting from. It's not just in the United States or the Caribbean. This was a global undertaking. Real estate was lost. Suppliers were lost. Supply chains were destroyed. Monies could not be made. Businesses and homes were abandoned. People went and committed suicide because they just did not see a way out of what they were in. They were in over their head. The economy had turned upside down. That home that you were able to get into was what was called the Big Short. Now you got into this home and the collapse came and all your costs bubbled and you had no end in sight, no jobs. All these things happened. Who paid? You and I as the taxpayers. Yes, it was government funds, but the government funds were developed because we provided them. Folks, these are the kind of things that you can literally look forward to as we speak, because now you have that pending bubble. The biggest bubble right now, the largest one, are the retirement funds, the retirement age. I know you thought that you might be retiring to that golden nest egg, but I'm here to tell you, it's not there. That golden that egg and that goose that laid it, that goose has been cooked and the egg has been fried. So Bancus is ahead of that curve, and you are as well, because when you're positioned to be in front of the movement of new money and new technology, both designed to perform in the age that we are in, and you're here as well. Now you're talking about first advantage mover. Now you're talking about early adoption. Let's take a look at what used to happen with traditional banking. Some of this you're familiar with and where we're going. In traditional banking, you had high fees for transfers and international payments, slow bureaucratic processes, lack of integration in cryptocurrencies. Matter of fact, some of you, me included, our accounts were shut down from commercial banks when we attempted to purchase cryptocurrency. It was red flag. Some of you might be familiar with that or know people who have suffered that. Geographic restrictions and limited access to services. Have you ever wondered what happens with the money after the bank closes? You no longer have access to it. You think it just stays there and goes to sleep with you? Do you think that? And then when it opens up in the morning, everything is okie dory and you can go in and pull money out and your money has earned. Or let's say you have what's called an annual percentage yield. You know what that is? That's when they tell you earn 0.10%. No, you didn't earn 10% on your money. You earn 1/10 of a percent on your money. So if you have $100 in there, just take $100 and multiply it by 0.001, and you see what you've earned at the end of 12 months. That's a crime, folks. Every dollar that we deposit in the banking system, they loan that dollar out, and every dollar they loan out of your money, they get 10 back in return. What do you and I receive in giving, get this, our money to their bank? Because when they close it to you, it's no longer our money, it's their money, and they open up to the world and do whatever they please or deem necessary to earn an income. Remember, the product of the bank is its people. Okay? All right. So strict requirements to open accounts, lack of user control and privacy, financial exclusion for millions of people, and dependence on third parties for transaction validation. That means anything you want. You got a poor credit rating. Well, they rig that. You want to get a better credit rating? Well, pay X amount of dollars and let us to repair your credit to give you a credit score that allows you to borrow more money, only to go back into the same hole that you were in 6 to 9 months or maybe a year later. Why? Because the education, the protection, and the security behind what you and I truly need is not provided by the traditional bank. Does it sound like I'm beating up on them? No, I'm exposing it. I'm helping you to understand the game that you're maybe willing to still play. You can do that. But in a decentralized digital banking operation, like a Bancus, you'll find that you'll experience low and transparent fees powered by blockchain technology. Once upon a time, blockchain technology was simply a financial transaction platform. You know, example, you go to a gas station and you go to pump gas and you might pull out your card and insert your card to get how much gas you want. You get the gas, you get a receipt, and you go on about your business. Or you go to the merchant inside and say, look, I want $10 on pump, whatever. And you get that done. You get a receipt, you get your gas, you go on about your business. How about a grocery store? You go to a grocery store, you buy your products, goods, or services, and you supply your debit card, or even you supplied cash. In that transaction, will you look at the register that the cashier is over and see a bunch of gremlins just jump out and run down to your bank to make sure the funds are there? Then they come back and jump back in the cash register, give a thumbs up, and you get a receipt? It does not work like that, folks. What happens is blockchain technology goes into your institution based on the information you provide. And as a result, they can determine if you have enough on balance to go ahead and cover the products, goods, and services you purchase. Then you get a receipt and you're able to go on about your business. Well, it sort of works like that in a decentralized digital banking space. We mentioned to you how you can transfer funds, send and receive member to member without any fees. That's low and transparent for your backside. Okay. Instant transactions with no intermediaries, no middle people. All it requires with us is your email address between each other and the amount you want to send. You have integrated multi-currency wallet, meaning fiat and crypto in one app. Your app is a global payment system. It's not a wallet as it relates to being an exchange. Exchanges are where you buy, sell, send, and receive crypto. This is a prepaid opportunity where it's crypto in, cash out. Crypto in, meaning you deposit onto your app cryptocurrency, and there's a conversion process that takes place, which you're going to learn about, which you don't have to do. And it automatically provides you, when you withdraw from the ATM, the dollar equivalent, the dollar value equivalent in cash from the local currency of the country that you're in. I don't want to spend any more time over there. But when we talk about no fees, we're literally talking about no fees. Bancus does not charge a monthly maintenance fee. It doesn't charge an annual fee. You're not even charged by Bancus when moves are made to withdraw cash from the ATM. That's that banking institution. That's not us. And we charge nothing to anyone who swipes their card in any of the operation. What we're offering to you here, folks, or what we do charge, I'm sorry, we charge a 4% fee for loading your card. What does that mean? If you have $100 that you want to load onto your card to spend like cash or as cash, your charge from bank is a 4% fee. And even that fee in of itself rewards you. See, 1% of that fee is distributed back to the members of our community with a magnificent rewards program that you're going to learn about in a moment. And the remainder remains with the company for any sustainability, any promotions, any innovation that comes to pass. I know some of you say, well, I got to do due diligence. Well, I'm going to give you a due diligence exercise. I'm going to give you the 3 things that are required to know that you have a successful and legitimate operation. If anybody's ready for that, just unmute your mics and say 3 things.
Three things.
Three things.
3 things.
Three things.
Thing number 1, your company must be, and the company in consideration must be highly capitalized. It has to have the money to make those shifts and those changes and implement the upgrades and implement the presence as a footprint in the world. It must be heavily capitalized. Next, along with that capitalization, and it goes in this order, it must be innovative. Innovative. Do you have a company that's heavily capitalized and innovative? Can it stop and adjust on the dime? Can it forewarn you of things that are coming, like a launch, like a second phase of launch, like an upgrade to your apps, like an increase in your expanse? I mean, come on. Can it give you those things that we're talking about here? Can it give you this? Got excited again. Hit the wrong button. I'm telling you, mission, innovation, you got to be heavily capitalized. You have to be innovative. You got to be availed the power and the ability to stop on the dime and say, no, that's not the direction we need to take the community. This is the way we need to take community, and do it. You have to be in position to do it. So I gave you heavy capitalization. I gave you innovation. And now I'm going to give you the last caveat to it. The third thing it must be able to do in its capitalization, in its innovation, it must be able to perform this one simple thing. It must be able to pay and pay on time. It must be able to pay on time. The moment it can't do what it says, now you're fledgling in unshored waters. And the moment that kind of delay comes, folks, that's the end of that business. Now, I'm not talking about the innovation that's involved, such as where we were with cards. When we first started this opportunity, there was only one way you can secure a deposit. There was one way to secure a card, and that was it. And that card came uh, uh, any way it could: railway, flying bird, pigeon, boats, smoke signals. I mean, it took so long for this card to reach us once ordered. We're not in that position now. You had to be innovative. You had to be heavily capitalized. You had to be empowered to make the deals that are required to get exactly what you promised to the people. Bankers does that through the process of taking a 4% fee, giving 1% back to the field, and keeping the rest to keep that kind of innovation in front of us, keep the sustainability in front of us, keep us empowered as a community. Now, normally I just jump straight in to the rewards program and talk to you about the commissions and things of that nature, but I can't have this gentleman in our presence tonight without maybe he wanting to chime in and add on to what's been said thus far. So, Mr. Al, do you have anything that you'd like to add before my moving forward?
Well, some excellent information here, ladies and gentlemen. Just to note, when we're talking about bail-in and bailouts, I had a colleague of mine who was appointed to the FDIC once upon a time on the Hill. And when he got the appointment, he served 2 terms in the FDIC. And he said to me, the FDIC is underfunded.
Hmm.
Actually, if everybody went to take their money out, there wouldn't be enough money and there wasn't enough insurance to cover the money.
Wow.
So the banks, ladies and gentlemen, in my opinion, are a system designed for the 1%, not for you and I. And therefore, that is why we're so passionate. Mr. Eric here is so passionate about this card because it gives you freedom, it gives you choices, and it gives you the ability to really manage your funds accordingly in a way that's going to benefit you and your family and the future. So, having said that, I believe that everybody needs to learn about this card. They need to learn about digital economy. That is why we're coming out with the Bancus Academy. That'll be courses explaining and helping people learn to earn. But everybody needs that. And obviously, this is a solution. It's a solution for everyone that wants to have access to their funds anytime, be able to move their funds anytime without restrictions, and to use those funds in either a capacity being a Visa card or going to your ATM. And in fact, with regards to the digital card, that's going to give us more latitude, and just an excellent tool while you're waiting for the physical card to come to utilize that digital card. So, again, Mr. Eric here, he knocks it out of the park with his program. He brings so much perspective to this in ways that are, I think, of service to the team, and that's why this team is doing so well, growing so fast, and is helping the team be the #1 team in Bancus. So we thank you, Mr. Eric, and excellent presentation as usual.
Thank you, dear sir. Appreciate you. And that speaks volumes. It bears witness to the type of economy that we're in globally, right? And it speaks volumes to the insight and perspectives that a community can give. See, it's not about perception, it's about perspective. You're operating from a space somewhere that allows you to communicate that which offers value to its community. Mr. Al certainly does that. Okay, now, before getting to the rewards program, let me just tell you this. There are two types of cards that we offer, physical cards that we offer in Bancus. And you want to take advantage of getting that card now. Number one, primarily because once you have the card, you can successfully participate in your own rescue. Take your assets out of the public space and have full ownership and control of them in the decentralized private space. That's number one. You want your assets to go with you. If the economy tanks, the economy under your own roof does not have to. So you want to keep your assets going within your purview, within your control. Secondly, the reason why you want to get this card now rather than later, because in this month there will be an increase in the cost of the card. All right. We've been forewarning since early December that an increase in the cost of the card is coming. We came out of a pre-launch phase into a launch, and now we're coming to the second phase of the launch with more tools, more access, 60,000 people already a part. Get your card because the sustainability is rooted in the cost efficiency that's associated with our products. If you understood what I said just now, I want you to unmute your mics and say, get my card.
Get my
Get
card.
Get
My
my card.
card.
mm-hmm,
I got it. Thank you.
mm-hmm. Thank you, Ms. Diane. Listen, the metal card has a cost of $75 plus a $10 shipping. So coming from us is $85. $85. The plastic card has a cost of $35 plus $10 shipping. That is a $45 cost on our end to secure the plastic card. Both cards will give you, purchase between now and the 26th of this month, it will give you the digital card that comes with its own price point and value free. 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 Okay. There are a couple of caveats here that distinguishes the cards beyond the weight of the card and beyond the color of the card. All right. Um, there are daily spending limits associated with each account. The daily spending limit on the plastic is $2,500. And if you want to increase into your spending limit on your daily spending limit, there'll be an application to your metal card where you'll be able to reach out, you'll learn more about it, and you can take your $2,500 spending limit on your metal card and make it 25,000, or you can make it 250,000. You know, it's just a matter of following the value given to you between these cards. So you have the daily spending limit, which is the only difference between the cards and the color of it and the weight of it. I mean, this card is extremely heavy, folks. You know, you drop it somewhere and people duck into the floor thinking that something is crashing. Now, both cards provide you the ability, both apps provide you the ability to not only deposit as a daily max of 50,000 a day, but you have access to it because it's in your app privately in yours. $50,000 a max deposit. So if I want to purchase a home or put a down payment on a home, now let's take that back. I don't want to put a down payment on a home. I want to buy it outright. With $50,000 deposit a day in crypto, and then loading it so that it performs for me as cash, that means I can take a swipe of my metal card and walk away with a home paid for. You can do it too. We're going to show you how that's possible here as you continue to grow with us. No KYC requirement on either card. All that is handled with the app. And then you have the referral program that's associated with both cards. Now, remember, I shared with you that if you registered and provide your referral link to another person who secures a card for themselves, it will earn you an income whether you purchase the card yet or not. Now, that's a big deal. I didn't know that was a thing until I experienced it. Listen, The rewards program here, Bancus doesn't just decentralize finance, it's committed to democratizing opportunity. The rewards program they put together is designed to give every user the chance to generate income simply and automatically while promoting the global adoption of the financial solution. Now, we have two types of earnings that occur here. One is known as a card sale commission, and the other is a passive residual income opportunity known as topping off. Okay, I'm going to get my pointer and I'm going to take these few minutes before going to your questions just to explain this process. The card sale commission is a 3-level distribution of earning. You earn against the net value of the card. You don't include the shipping. Now you're going to pay for the shipping as well as the net value to secure your card. But when it comes down to what your enroller or what you earn from others, it's going to come from the net value. And it's going to come in those 3 tiers. First tier is 10%, second tier 15%, third tier 10% respectively. What do we mean by tiers? Well, let's look at the metal card. $75 is the net cost. You're being given commission against the commissionable value found in the net cost. In your metal card, I sponsored my sister here on the platform out of Arizona, Sister Tyson. Sister Tyson purchased her metal card. That means I earned a 10% commission because she's my personal enrolled. I earned $7.50. I earned just under $10 from that purchase that Miss Tyson made of $75. Miss Tyson, do you have someone else that you would bring to the opportunity or have brought to the opportunity that's going to get a metal card like you've done?
Absolutely.
All right. So now when she brings her person, she now receives a level 1 card sale commission of $7.50 or 10%. This is what excites me so much for her. I applaud her growth and her enthusiasm and being willing to share with others what she wants for herself. Here's the other side of it. Whoever she brings to the opportunity, because I enrolled her or sponsored her, they now become my second level. Now, I wasn't the sharpest knife in the drawer when it comes down to school, but I'm going to ask you all, and y'all let me know. Is 15% more than 10%?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Every day of the week, huh?
Yes.
Twice on Sunday, I hear. Listen, 15% of the $75 cost of the card, I receive over $10. I receive $11.25 for everybody on level 2. So as Ms. Tyson grows her business, I'm earning commissions of 15% on everybody she brings to the opportunity, and she personally brought to the opportunity because they're her level 1 where I began with her, but now they're my level 2. You understood what I just said? I want you to unmute your mic and say, I'm rich.
I'm rich. I'm
Rich.
rich.
I can say that because there's a lot to this surefire sister friend of ours, Miss Tyson Whittington. I know her. I know her. And she is not hell on wheels, but heaven while you live. Because she only wants for other people what she wants for herself. That is the truth. And I've seen her in the forefront of so many different opportunities as a leader, as an influencer, as an impactor. And I'm here to tell you, she doesn't touch anything that she doesn't believe in. Now, it seems like I'm spending a lot of time on her because I believe that this is the crux of what it is that allows us to perform in the way that we do. My mentor for life, Dr. Tyrone Best, taught me there's only 2 reasons people don't perform with an opportunity. Only 2. Either they don't believe or they don't understand. And you can't hold either one against them because it's a matter of education and it's a matter of being informed and it's a matter of being in position to make an informed decision. Make sense? Okay, so now I know Sister Tyson, and I know that she would never put anybody in front of anything with the intention of creating harm's way. There's nothing nefarious here. There's nothing undermined. There's nothing clandestine here. We just decentralized. That makes us in Bancus better, right? So think about this now. As she builds her team, I will receive another 10% for everyone on her second level who gets started. I'll receive $7.50, almost $10 again, in this opportunity. Now, folks, what's important to note, this is a process of duplication and replication. It will provide for you what it provided for me, you know, in the same exact way. The formulas don't change, the math doesn't change, and if it works for me, it's going to work for Sister Tyson and everybody she brings. You follow? Now, here's the other thing that's sort of unspoken. If I say it now, then it keeps this shorter. I've sponsored now, as Mr. Al mentioned, 150 level one personally enrolled people. There are many on this platform that will do far beyond that. Some of y'all won't even pass me. But I can assure you, you can pass me, but your tongue gonna be hanging out. Right? Listen, anyone out here have the ability to utilize a calculator by their phone or otherwise? Do anyone have a calculator where I can get your participation? Can I get a volunteer?
I got you.
Thank you, Ms. Tyson. Now, I mentioned to you what I've done on the low end when I compare to Tyson Whittington, right? I've sponsored first level 150 people. And that means I have now access to 3 levels of each individual sponsored. Ms. Tyson, can you tell me what 150 times 3 is?
$450.
No, 450 people. We're
Oh,
talking about the
I'm
people.
s- I'm
So
sorry.
you're
Yes,
fine.
people.
With 150 people sponsored, I have 450 potential levels of income. Some of those levels will be 10%. Some of those levels will be 15%. Some of those levels will be 10%. But they'll be yours. You follow? I just need to share that up front because there's another area of this that gives you passive residual income. And you're going to see that in just a minute in that 1% of the 4% fees that are moved around by bankers. Take a look at this. This is our plastic card, $35, but it follows the same formula. All right. 10% on your first level, 15% on your second level, 10% on your third level. Do you know that people will bend? I mean, they'll break their necks to get to the second level of earning when they know that you can make more. How many of you would bring one more person who would bring a person to get you 15% of card commissionable income? How many of y'all would do that? You see? Or better yet, how many of you would not do it? Go ahead and raise your hand and shame the devil. I know you're telling a lie. Go ahead and raise your lying hand. You want more. That's what this opportunity provides. And when people see that they can earn more by just referring one and encouraging that one to refer one, especially after they've seen what is happening for you, by just putting them in front of an information on Friday night or Saturday night or twice on Tuesday or twice on Thursday, please. And with your referral link, let me tell you this last part, and then we're gonna move on to the passive residual income. Hopefully, y'all all right. Now, listen. I didn't know that registering for free when I came on and sharing my referral link out to everyone because number one, I believed and understood. Number two, I didn't know that if people got their card and I had not gotten one, that I earned a commission instantly, that it would be in my back office. I had no idea. I started. My sponsor, Mr. Fred Moore, our technical liaison in Bankers. Mr. Fred said, "Hey, Eric, would you take a look at something?" I absolutely would, coming from him. because we have a history with each other that allows me to trust him putting something in front of me. I have the right of refusal. I can do it or not, but I trusted him. He showed me a PDF. I lost my bird. I said, yes, I'm in. Send me your referral link. Before I can say link, it was already in my WhatsApp. And I registered, and it provided me my own referral link. And because I believed and understood and know Fred and trust the process that he shared with me, I shared it with everybody I possibly could and still sharing. I've never met a stranger, so this was a no-brainer for me. I shared it. That was July 31st, 2025. August 4th, 2025, there was so much money in my back office, I was able to purchase a card. I didn't know it worked like that. You hear me? I had no idea. I was trying to figure out how I'm going to come up with $45. I'm just telling you the truth. Because at that time, I was in a financial quagmire, a debacle. I was a walking catastrophe waiting to happen because it was about, I was almost in a space where it'd be $1 now and $1 when you catch me. I don't like that space. I've lived it once in my life. I don't intend to ever go back to it. Dag nabbit, I'm the wealth minister. I got to build those sources, those flows of multiple incomes in order to enjoy the life that bare minimum what my wife and our children and our grandchildren experienced prior. And this spoke volumes to it, folks. So now, by the time my card arrived, we had Pony Express, then we had the rail system, and then we had the steam engine cars. I came through Mr. Ford, right? And then I got with the Wright brothers, and the Wright brothers made sure they got a plane off the ground every 12 minutes. So eventually I got a car. It didn't come right away. I ordered it as soon as the money was there, but it was a heart-wrenching experience waiting. The only difference for me was I wasn't waiting. I was inspired. Man, when I saw that money coming in, God can wait. When the card finally got to me, there was so much money in the back office. My wife, the children, everybody had their cards. And the money didn't stop coming, folks. And I'm here to tell you, I'm giving you what I know to be a glimpse of your future. If you see this for what it is and move forward in with the veracity, with the intention, with the purpose of serving others a solution to the global problem. Crypto is here to stay. How do I spend it? There are a lot of great opportunities out here with crypto. How do I earn an income as a result of it? Both those things are satisfied here. Man, I hope you're picking up what we're putting down. That 4% fee, 3% stays with the company. And you're not mad that it stays with the company, are you? Look, when you just hold your tongue, because when January 26th comes, then after you see what you see, then I'll ask you again, are you mad? The 1% that comes back to you and I, the field, is a very important percentage because it provides you PRI. Everybody unmute your mics and say PRI.
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 PRI stands for passive residual income. Ooh-hoo-hoo-wee. See, each time a card is reloaded by a user, Bancus rewards those in the referral network with 1% distributed across 3 levels. That 1% came from the 4% that we provided in fee when we loaded our card. Remember, the deposit is one thing when you deposit the crypto onto your app, but when you load it to your card for purchases, for payments, for usage, that's the only fee that's charged in bank is a 4% fee, and 1% of that comes back to the field. That's us. If you add up level 1, level 2, level 3, it will equal 1%. Now, I want you to know what I experienced this past holiday season, Christmas, Kwanzaa, and Hanukkah. Check this out. Somebody loaded $50,000 onto their card. I don't know who it was. I don't know. But I received whole dollar amounts in passive residual income as a result of somebody in the line loading $50,000. Now, check this out. $50,000, 1% of $50,000 is $500. Well, that $500 availability in my network meant that if it came on my level one, I got 0.285% of that $500. Wait a minute. If it was on my level two, I got 0.043% of that $500. Wait a minute. If it occurred again on my level three, then I received 0.285% of that $500. The reason why I said it like that with such emphasis, because this is an outcast moment. Y'all ever heard of Outcast, the rap group who was just inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? Anyone ever heard of Outcast? Is it just me? None of y'all ever heard of Outcast?
Yeah,
Am
yeah,
I
I have.
that is that young
Yes.
or y'all that old? All right. Outcast has a song, and in the song, there's a line that says forever, forever, ever, forever, ever. Listen, this passive residual income is something that's going to continue to come as long as people have a card and they want to use it as cash or they want to use it to charge products, goods, and services. You will always receive the pop-up reward. This is an unlimited benefit. It goes over and over and over again because every time they top off, you're broke off. Oh, okay, it's time to go. When you start talking like that, it's time to go. All right, here's the last slide I will show you. We're in a sweet spot, a sweet disposition with bankers. Think about this. This is you at the top because it all begins with you and your decision. You bring a person, you're receiving a 10% commission. That's your level one. They bring a person or two, that's 15% on each of that level two. That level two brings people, that's going to be a 10% on your level three. Now, because you only brought one person, well, you're only multiplying one times three. You bring two people, now you're multiplying two times six. How so? You got two people and each one has three levels. So your first level, don't scoff at the fact that it's 10% and the second level is 15%. Oh no. Think about this. Your 10% is a multiplier. You can bring one person, you can bring 150 people. You can bring 200 people, you can bring 1,000 people. I'm going to have 1,000 first liners before the close of 2026. I want to provide a never ending flow of passive residual income because as they load their cards, folks, remember, I get 0.285% here, I get 0.43 here, I get 0.285% here every time they decide to load. And how many times does this happen? Does it happen once? Does it happen three times? Does it happen only on holidays? It happens every time unlimitedly. When people load their cards in your network, you are rewarded.
Mr. Eric,
Yes, sir.
can I jump in on that diagram for a minute?
Absolutely. Let me pull it right back up.
Great
Thank you, sir.
diagram, everybody. I just got to point something out if I may. See, Mr. Eric here was personally sponsored by Fred Moore. I personally sponsored Fred. So that means I'm getting paid on Mr. Eric's second level, which is my third level. Now, Mr. Eric, how many people do you have on your third level at the moment?
At the moment,
Approximately.
400.
So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm getting paid on 400 people every time they load their card to use their card that I had no I had no effort in. I don't even know most of them, and you can too.
Mm, mm. Well, actually, let me correct something here, Al. I am to you your second level.
Correct. So your people would be my third level.
Got you. Now I understand.
And you said
Wow.
400.
400
And when
and
that goes to
300
1,000,
on the second level.
right? Oh, 300. Well, I get paid. I get, well, on your second level, excuse me, on your second level would be further down. So you're my second level, but
Hmm.
your personals are my third level.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That's the third level there, right there. So when that
Wow.
400 goes to 1,000, I'll be getting paid on those 1,000 people.
Hmm. Outstanding.
And Fred,
Outstanding.
of course, will be getting paid also.
Yeah.
That's
He's going to get two boats in a yacht. I know he's a boat man.
and anybody here can do the same.
Hmm. Hmm. Folks, I'm going to pause for any questions, comments, or testimonies that any of you might have for this amazing operation. The floor is open. You can utilize the reaction button at the bottom of your screen that allows you to raise your hand, or you might be so enthusiastic, you might just unmute your mic and start talking. But remember, if someone has a hand raised, I'm going to ask you to pause to allow us to go with the hand that's raised first. Anyone have any comments, questions? This is a great time to ask. You got the president of the company here with us, and Mr. Al Arends, and you have the presence of myself. So you got the president and the presence. So the floor is open. Any of you new millionaires care to comment or come forward? Hey, Sister Millionaire, I mean Sister Tyson.
Hi, brothers. How you doing today, sir?
Well, I'm rich, but again, like you know, it's already old news.
What I was going through the process, and so when you were saying you could earn commission before you even receive your card, so you really don't even have to get a card to make commissions or at
That's
all?
correct. You don't
Okay.
have to get the card to earn commission. And it look, when I finally got that card, mine came slower than most because we were in humble beginnings. But there was so much money on that card. I'm talking about 3 zeros decimal income. I was think think it was close to, I don't remember. I honestly don't remember. But I started spending as soon as I got it. I made sure everybody got their card. They all got metal, 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 metal. But I do remember having like 300 and some odd dollars left over. When I finished that first day of spending.
In fact, Mr. Eric, if I may, for Miss
Yes, sir.
Tyson, to give you a real example, we were doing a call about a couple of weeks ago, and a young lady from Jamaica said, I have a testimonial. She goes, I didn't have enough money to buy the card. She's in Jamaica. So she started to refer some people. And not only did she make enough to buy her card, as Mr. Eric's saying, she now has over 100 people in her network.
Mm-hmm.
That was just a $1 million success story, in my
Mm,
opinion.
mm. Woo! Let the church say amen. That's like praise the Lord and pass the ammunition.
Amen. Amen.
That's right.
Amen.
That's right. That's right.
I
Thank
remember
you
that
for your
story.
question. Hmm. Thank you
Before
for
I
your question
fly,
as well, Sister
I
Tyson.
want to ask the team a question, if I may.
Hmm.
Amen.
So,
I'm gonna
ladies
step
and
away for I'm gonna step away for a second, but I'll be able to hear you.
okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, I have a question for you, and I would ask you to comment, raise your hand if you would like to, if you agree with this. But we're going to be introducing a private brand program very soon. That means that if you have a church or if you have a company, a small business, a medium size, a large, where you know the owners perhaps, it could be a traditional company, brick and mortar, it could be a multi level marketing company, doesn't matter, it could be an insurance company. and they are going to get the opportunity to get a branding card with their company on it, their church on it, and the ability for the churches to do fundraising, as well as the companies to pay their employees and different programming. So raise your hand here if you know any type of church or community organization or company that might like to hear about a program like that. Ms. Tyson, excellent. Anyone else?
I do. D. Clark.
D. Clark, wonderful. Again, it could be a church, it could be a small business, it could be a medium-sized business, it could be a nonprofit organization. Travis, wonderful. Anybody else? Know perhaps any organizations like that? Because they're going to get some excellent benefits as well. So, Ms. Tyson, since you raised your hand, what was the first organization or company you thought of?
Well, I have a small business, which is a large business, Thriving Women Network.
Wonderful.
Yep, and we're pretty new, 7 years in,
Okay.
but we have just launched our monetization program, which we have about 30 employees. We
Wow.
are, so basically people can come in as vendors and then they partner up with us as we provide the services for them and they actually do the classes or whatever they are providing. So
Okay.
I think it would be a great connection. I'm very high on crypto, so
Great.
this will be awesome.
And you said there's about 30 people in your company. Is that correct?
Yes, but we know there'll be more soon, but
No, that's
we're
good.
operating with 30.
That's good. That's wonderful. Yeah, this could be a great tool, a payment process. Also, there's a shared revenue piece to this
Mm.
that the church can get for raising funds, the organization can get. So lots of opportunities. And Miss D, what was the first company or organization you thought of, Miss D. Clark?
Yes, Al. I'm working with the Savannah Center for Blind and Low Vision. It's a
Mhm.
not-for-profit organization here in Savannah, and
Mhm.
I know that they would greatly benefit from something like this. I have a meeting with them coming up on Friday,
Mhm. Great.
January 9th. So
And
I'm definitely going to introduce this to them at that point. I'm sure they will be interested.
great. And so they have donors, I presume.
I'm sorry.
They have donors? Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. So
And
they could use this for fundraising as well.
and how many donors do you think they have, or how many clients, or how many participants in their
They have, they have approximately over 150 donors.
Okay. Okay. Wonderful. That's
Yeah,
wonderful.
I'm excited.
Great. So the reason I bring this up is we'll be launching this very soon. And you as a member of Bancus, all you're going to need to do is introduce it to the company, church, organization, and then turn it over to our global sales director, and they will take it from there to help customize the model, develop the process and system, and you're going to get paid. In fact, I'll give you an example, and maybe this might catch your attention. We just had a company in our beta test of this program they're going to order 116,000 cards because they want to pay it's a network marketing company, by the way, and they want to pay their members 116,000. So the person that refers that is going to get paid $1 per card, $116,000.
Wow.
Now,
Wow.
if you go to a church, I go to a church, 5 churches, as a matter of fact, in this one church, about 20,000 members. That could be $20,000 to you because we're going to be giving $1 per card as they order their cards for their community. And that could be, set up to over time as that community continues to grow and order more cards, you're going to get paid as well.
Hmm.
I wanted to put that out there to this group as kind of a preview, because you might be thinking now about a church or a nonprofit or a company, small business, medium-sized business, large business, that would want to take advantage of utilizing digital cryptocurrency in paying their employees, in being able to use it as a fundraiser, as also being able to use it as a shared revenue stream in a customizable program. So I just want to give you that little sneak preview. You might want to start thinking about that now. Don't wait, because that's going to be launched, and we know it's going to be massive. So back to you. Did you have a question, Ms. D?
No, I just said that's awesome. I'm sorry to interrupt.
Oh, great, great. Well, awesome. And you can get as many as you like. That's the blessing of this program. You refer them, our system takes over, you get paid, and find another. And if you're doing 1 a month, 2 a month, 3 a month, amazing. Back to you, Mr. Eric.
I don't know if you're gonna bring it back to me. I'm glad I was sitting down when that was mentioned.
One other announcement, if I may,
Please.
before I let you go. Also, in the end of March, because this team has done so well under Mr. Eric's leadership and the other leaders on this team and the up and coming leaders, we have decided to have our first Bancus World Tour event in Atlanta, Georgia, in the USA. And
Wow.
we're
Great.
going to do that the end of March. There'll be advanced ticket sales. They will go fast, because we have people from all over the world who will be coming, because it's the first Bancus World Tour event. Mr. Alejandro will be there. Mr. Charlie will be there. The executive team will be there. Probably our CTOs will be there. Our technical people will be there. It's going to be an amazing event hosted by Mr. Eric here, and this team will be the host team, which is an honor in that respect. And we're going to, ask people here to help volunteer to help this first event become the gold standard, if you will. And there's going to be Friday night, a business presentation, and also leadership dinners. Saturday will be all day training, recognition, some entertainment. It's going to be an incredible 2-day event. And I'm looking forward. Who here will attend that event in Atlanta? Raise your hand. I know I'll be there. Mr. Eric will be there. Anyone
Absolutely. You can raise electronically.
else? Electronically or physically, it's okay. In Atlanta, Georgia. Miss Patty, Brother Keys, Miss Tyson, Diane, Miss D. All right. I hope you all come. Because why I'm saying you all need to be there? You're going to learn about things. You're going to see things nobody else is going to see. And for the following 3 months, I'm sure Mr. Eric will be talking about it.
I don't believe it.
And you'd have missed it. So I encourage everybody to be there. We're also going to have a little special challenge for you leaders in the advanced ticket program. When you buy tickets for your team, like Mr. Eric has done and I have done for years, that's what leaders do. You have a vision, you visualize, and you say, I'm going to get 10 tickets because I'm going to bring 9 people with me, or 15 tickets, or 20 tickets, because events are everything.
Right.
Everything. And if you bring people to the event, I guarantee they will be at the next one. And so, having said that, in the advanced ticket challenge we're going to do, that you'll have an opportunity to win this prized gold Bancus card.
Okay, let me spotlight this for everyone so they can see what's in his hands. Flat down. Can y'all see that? There's gold in them hills.
Yes, sir. And you will get a chance to have one of these. There's only a couple in the whole company. So
Mm-mm-mm.
that's going to just require you to bring your team, to the very first World Tour Bancus event. That's March 26th and 27th in Atlanta, Georgia. I know I'm excited about it. We're also going to have Air Bancus there. Our new Cessna plane.
Cessna. Mhm.
Cessna plane, yes. And if you win this challenge, you may come for a ride with us. All right. So, Mr. Eric, thank you. Thank you so much. Everybody keep flying high, and we will see you next time. I've got to run. I've got actually another Zoom coming up in 20 minutes, but this is an awesome team. You are all breaking records. January 2026 is going to be epic for everybody. Thank you.
Thank you, Brother Al. Y'all unmute the mics, love on each other, and let us see each other, all of us, on the next live stream. Thank you, everyone. God bless. Forward.
Thank you all. Thank you, Brother
Good
Eric. Thank you,
night.
Mr.
Thank
Al. Good night,
you.
everyone.
Mr.
Thank
Al.
you. Thank you.
Just keep talking.
Night,
Keep
everyone.
telling.
Yes.
Keep
Good
going. It's
night,
time.
everyone.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.